Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
Welcome to Wrath and Story. I'm your explorer, Jay Jones, joined by my co-explorer, Andrew Dickinger.
That's Captain Andrew Dickinger to you.
Yes, we'll get to that. And our Servo Skull companion, Daniel Fernandez.
That's my name.
Captain Daniel Fernandez.
Wait, you're
I'm
captain
not the
too?
captain.
Wait a second, could we make him like co-captain? Like, definitely captain of the Servo Skulls for sure. Like, you know, I know you got like your Servo Skull buddies, Daniel, and now you can rule them with a tiny fist. What do you think, buddy?
I think maybe I deserve to rule.
Okay,
Yeah,
but like
no.
the Servo
Yes.
Skulls, right?
The power will be mine.
Daniel?
Oh wait, no, sorry.
You
Weird
glitching over
old
there, buddy?
programming. No,
Whoa,
I'm fine.
whoa.
We're good. We're good. Weird stuff's happening, but I'm fine.
Daniel, now we just need to be clear. Like, you have this authoritative power over the other server skulls, but you need to not take advantage of it with your online gaming. It's over the line.
Online
Yeah.
gaming is the one place where honor reigns supreme.
It is sacred. Do not
No
mess
cheat
it up.
codes.
No
cheat
cheat codes,
codes,
no
no game
abusing
sharks.
your power.
No aim bots.
No wall hacking. None of that
Is
stuff.
that what led to the the whole don't trust AIs and the Age of Strife?
Yeah, they started perfecting artificial intelligences that could play video games.
Oh god.
And that was really
And
the
nobody
beginning of
wanted
the
that.
end.
They're like, "What?" I know
These guys are ruining Valorant.
I no scoped you through a wall. Damn it. But anyways. But anyways,
I
Daniel.
feel like we're distracting from the kind of monumental events that are occurring these days.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we stopped Magnifico. We stopped Gozer. Andrew and I are captains, somehow, of this ship, the Flexible Demeanor. I mean, we've got command of this bad boy now. Like, don't know much about it, though, other than it being a big ship. Like, is there like a key? Is there like a special Flexible Demeanor key, Daniel, that we should have access to? You know, like...
That's a good question. Maybe it's in Harden's office.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're allowed to go in there now. Now that we're the captain.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Man, what would a flexible demeanor skeleton key unlock? I can't even.
A closet full of
Whoa.
skeletons.
Well, I mean, that's probably like the basic level. I'm thinking like a little more grand, like
Golden
maybe
skeletons?
maybe he has like, you know, he always wears something different. Maybe he's got like closets within his closets.
Like he's got just so much cape attire that it'll be shocking, one might
So
say.
he's like, this is a little too drab from closet 2. Let's go to closet 7.
Ooh, well, there's only one way to find out. Daniel, let's get into this office. Now, Webb, do I just, is there a keypad here, or do I just, like, does it read my regalness? Like, what's going on with this door?
Well, if we look at it, oh, yeah, I guess it recognized us.
What?
It turned green on the panel.
It knows.
Whoa.
It knows captains when it senses they are near. Yes.
Man, triple captain action going on.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Bring it in, everybody. Bring it in. Bring in the triple captain. Everybody put your little hands in. You too, Daniel. Get it in there. There we
Okay.
go.
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3. We're captains.
Captain.
I realized we didn't rehearse it. I probably should have given you guys a heads up. We'll do it later. It's fine. So what are we looking at here, Daniel? This is his private office quarters. I know we've barged in on him a few times, but
Well, let's go inside here. Welcome, acting captains.
well, that
Oh,
was
okay. There's a computer voice.
yeah.
Okay.
It's interesting that they put acting captains in there. I mean, I feel like, could have just
They
said
should've,
captains. I feel like it's a little bit of a dig to throw the word acting in there.
I mean, technically, Hardin is still alive. Remember, he's in stasis.
That's
true.
That's true. That's very true.
Jay, it doesn't make us any less captain-y just because we're acting captains.
I guess that's fine. You're right. It's the captaining that you make it, and I'm gonna make it pretty sweet.
All right. Well, the office itself is snazzy. I mean, we've been here before. It's all wood paneling, which is pretty impressive, really.
Yeah.
It's not really something you see out here in space. Gold filigree on just about everything, and skull filigree on just about everything as well.
And I mean,
Of
with
course.
skull filigree everywhere on mostly wood, I mean, like, the whittling that had to take place is pretty impressive. Like, metal, pretty easy. Got molds. Wood, a lot harder. That's some dedication.
I don't even know what kind of wood this is. Like, where did they find trees?
I mean, there are planets that are covered in trees.
That's true. Remember, most
but are
planets...
they captain trees?
Are they captain level trees? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Wait, is that what we need to do? Is that what Captain Hardin did? He found the captain of trees and slayed it and then filled his whole office with its corpse?
I'm sure he has a personal scanner that literally just determines whether or not something is captain level, and therefore whether or not he needs to respond to it.
I'm trying to think, are we going too... Do we think there's too much captaining that can be had in the universe, or maybe not enough? I mean, we're talking about Captain Trees here. Anyways, I think we're getting off topic. Daniel, what else do we got going on in this sweet, sweet room?
Well, while you guys were chatting, I've sort of plugged myself into a console on his desk here.
Ooh.
There is a problem that we might face here, is that there's only one big chair. The desk probably actually 3 people could sit behind. It is a very large desk.
Yeah, but only one chair. It'd be odd if we could... And I run and try to dive into the chair first.
I mean, you could make a check if Andrew wants to oppose it.
Yeah, you gonna try to oppose me?
Yes, I definitely want to oppose
yes,
it.
let's do this.
So just make an athletics check, and we'll see who gets the most successes.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah.
My athletics is a 5. It's not bad. What's your athletics, Andrew?
I don't know if I want to say.
That could either mean it's very bad or very good.
Well, everyone knows that big robot men are very fast
athletic.
and agile.
I mean, they can lift themselves. So if he lifts himself so hard off the ground that he flies quickly towards the chair, then that could be a problem. All right. Here we go. There's no difficulty, right? This is just a straight up...
Just comparing how many successes.
All right. Oh, Andrew. That's 2 6s and a 4. That's 5.
You're kidding.
That's 5, my friend.
I rolled 2 6s and a 5.
What? Oh my God! Do we both land in but one
We
cheek,
wedge into it?
one
You
cheek
kinda
on
wedge
either
into the
side of
chair.
the chair, just wedged in there?
Yeah.
It's like, move over.
No,
Guys, be careful. You are going to break the chair if you don't, if you're not...
Our first act as acting captains is to destroy Captain Hardin's precious chair.
Okay, now we need to both roll. Is there finesse? Is that a thing? Because we should see who is the one to first break the chair.
Wait,
No,
first break
no.
the chair?
I don't think the chair breaks just yet.
I think it's...
It is a captain chair.
Who can get the other person out of the chair?
Tell me what checks you would use to get the other person out of the chair.
I think I'm gonna use... I immediately looked at psychic, and I was like, that might be a bit too
I
much.
immediately looked at
Yes.
weapon skill.
I think
psychic blast him out
I'm
of the
pretty
chair.
sure I have a psychic power specifically for pushing.
I mean, I have a giant shock stick.
I like how this
His
went
pushing
from...
power is non-lethal.
This went
Your
from-
shock stick is...
I know. This went from goofy roughhousing to like, oh, maybe I'll hit him with a little bit of a light psychic power. And I'm just like, I will break his brain.
I mean, the lines have been drawn.
Oh my goodness. There can be only one captain. What if I used cunning? Some good old-fashioned cunning. Do
I
a little
think that
sneaky
works.
sneak.
I want to use tech use to see if there's like maybe a button on the chair that basically like leans it his direction and drops the armrest, so he just falls
Nice.
out.
The classic
I guess that is a kind of technology.
left side versus right side of the brain. Now we our physical prowess was evenly matched, and now to our whose intelligence will win out. This is the ultimate grudge match. Our intelligences versus one another.
It's been all leading up to this, Jay.
Of course.
All these years.
My cunning versus your tech smarts. All right, well, I guess I'm just going to roll, because Daniel said that isn't a thing that I can do, so I'm just going to assume that I can. Here we
You're
go.
fine.
All right, I got 6 dice for cunning, so. Okay, that's a 4, a 6, a 4, and a 5. So 4
Well,
total
unfortunately,
successes.
for you, I got a 6 total with 2 6s, a 5, and a 4.
I'm gonna use my wrath. No, okay. This is where I burn it all. This is what it's all worth. The chair is worth everything. No, he gets me. That's fine.
I was like, you can use the wrath. I will not, because you prefaced that you will, so you can see if you beat me.
No.
If there had been a 1 on a wrath die, the chair would have broken.
Oh,
Mine was
What?
so close. I rolled a 2.
Oh no, that would have been real bad. He's like he wakes up. Well, if he does wake up, he's like, first thing is like, I want to sit in my chair. And we're like, about that. Magnifico
He just
destroyed it.
instantly regenerates because he feels in his ghost that the chair has broken.
No, he fades away. It's like, oh, this is the last thing. The last thing that was tethering me to this world. All right, so he technologies me out of this chair. How does that happen, by the way, Andrew? What do you do with tech to get me off of this chair?
Okay, so I it's not gonna fully work because I didn't roll as well as I had liked. So what's going to
You
happen is
rolled a
there's
6.
yeah, I know, but I do you know how high my tech use is?
Yes, I
6
did
is a
know.
very good success. You could say it's good.
Okay, well, there's like 3 separate buttons on the chair that they're lowering different things while Jay's like trying to convince me on how to get me out of the chair, and I managed to push a button and it ejects from the chair. Unfortunately, it also ejects for me as well.
So we just both fly out of the chair.
We both just go flying out of the chair because it was an ejection meant for one person, but we're both there. So
I would like the idea that
It doesn't
Captain
put us-
Harden has ejection capabilities in his chair in case he needs to get high quickly.
well, I discover that there is in fact a hatch in the ceiling that it's normally supposed to take him out of danger, but because we're both on it, it just literally just throws us over the desk across the room.
Hold on a second. This is the funniest concept ever. That somebody would want to disappear from their room quickly, but instead of doing the normal thing, which would be a trap door to drop just a few feet down, he decided to do the reverse, which is to propel himself up through the ceiling.
I
Yeah,
think he
I
can do
mean-
both. He just wants to keep you on his toes.
You never know which way I'm going to go. How am I feeling today? Up or down?
This is a man that descended from the ceiling to enter his courtroom, so...
How do you think he got into the ceiling to descend down?
All right, yeah.
That's true.
He just went, oh, well, it's time. It's a dissension time, so time to come from above.
I'm sorry, the visual of somebody launching themselves up into the ceiling off a chair is just really funny.
You'll never catch me. Ha
Yeah, just boing, right into a hole in the ceiling.
A cowardice assassin just doesn't even know how
Yeah,
to...
I
how
mean,
do I-
no
I mean,
possible accurate, appropriate reaction to
just
that.
dials home, mission failure. What happened? He went into the ceiling.
I've seen
All right,
too
well,
much.
I mean, you can't fight that.
All right, so Andrew and I tumble off of this chair as it sideways ejects us because it's not perfect. Oh wait, does that mean if we were both perfectly sitting square in the chair, it would shoot us through the trap? But because we were both on a butt cheek side of it, that it shoots us just like coyote style to the side of the like ceiling, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
exactly,
opposite
yeah.
directions. And we just bonk the ceiling.
Just pancaking it.
While you
peeling
guys
off.
are having a Looney Tunes adventure, the fighting over the chair took a while. You guys are doing this. I've plugged into his console here on the desk to try to get a read of what's going on the ship and stuff.
Don't worry, Andrew and I are working on the really important stuff.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay. Okay, I think I've processed all of the data, or at least a lot of it. There's more data that I'm going to need to process. I'm not a supercomputer. I'm just a skull. But I have a general idea of what's going on the ship. And, well, things are, things have been better.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's a fair assessment.
Do you want the good news or the bad news?
Is the bad news secretly good news, and you wanted to surprise us, Daniel? Is that what's going to happen here? Good news
Always
plus
gotcha.
good news?
Got him.
I suppose it's a matter of perspective.
I like it. I like this. See, this is why we're going to be great captains, all of us. This is going to work out great. All right, hit us with the regular good news, and then we'll get to the secret good news.
Okay, the good news is the ship is fully under our control again. All mutineers have been dealt with, and casualties were lower than initially expected.
Nice.
So that's
Excellent.
good.
Wow, that's good. That is really good. We did it. We stopped him. The ship is back to normal, sort of. Okay, all right. Is that it for all the good news?
Well, I have the other news that you said might be secret good news.
All right, yeah, hit us with it.
Well, first of all, you said like casualties were less than expected, but like, what are we talking about here?
I'm getting to that. So, we've lost 20% of the population of the ship.
Huh? 20% of the population?
Yeah, crew is now at 80% population, which will limit the ship's capabilities going forward.
Wow.
We're kind of running at 80% efficiency in some ways. Morale is also having a little bit of an issue as well. Again, I'm just sort of looking at, Hardin has these displays right here for the flexible demeanor. It says crew at 80%, and morale, I don't know how he's measuring this. I think it measures like pheromones in the air that people are secreting and stuff. This seems very invasive. But morale is at 75%.
Oh, man. Morale's even worse than our life capacity or, people?
Yeah, people are upset about all the dead people. In particular, they've also lost Captain Hardin and replaced him with, you guys.
Acting
Yeah, a
captain.
great captains.
So
that's what they're viewing you as.
Right, 75%. So we're assuming that the majority of that percentage is obviously the murder, not us. Because if anything, we could be in the secret good news, which this is. So
I have one more piece of secret news because we're not saying bad news, right? We're saying secret news.
Of course.
I like
Still unclear what happened to the treasury that you were accused of stealing. It may have just been thrown into the void or lost because it seems to be completely lost.
Completely forgot to ask Magnifico about that. Damn it. When he was doing all his psychic stuff, we should have just been like, by the way, where'd you put all our stuff?
Well, why don't you just, whip up some more psychic powers and ask him or something?
What? That's not how it works, I think.
He's dead, right? Unless his soul is hiding somewhere. But I don't think that's the case.
Wait, can souls just like hide out in like a closet or something? Like, should we check around the ship?
No, souls have to live inside of something. I don't know where it's hiding. Like a soul stone or like the weird clone shit that Atris was doing.
Yeah, that's right. In a special place.
So Susan has a financial report right here that she had prepared before the trial, and nothing has really changed about it. If anything, it's probably gone down because of all of the death. But
well, technically, there's less people to pay, so maybe some numbers went up.
Yeah. We have what's being regarded as a profit factor of 50 out of 100.
Hey!
So
halfway, or since it's right there on the line, I would say I choose to see it as profit value half full, right?
Half full for sure, yeah.
Yes. So that's not as high as it was before all of this. the flexible demeanor was sitting at a profit factor of 80, so we've lost quite a bit of money. But we still have all of the resources of the ship and also of the other elements of Hardin's dynasty. There are trade routes, there are other, things like that, a couple of colonies that he owns. So we're not doomed by any means, but we have lost a lot of money, we've lost a lot of crew members, and we've lost a lot of morale. But I don't really have anything to go.
Damn it! I was waiting. I was like, here it comes. He's gonna round that corner, and we're coming right back to Huddle. Thumbs up town.
But we're still on the way to getting the pearl, whatever that is, and maybe that will be great.
Right? It could be really
captains.
good. I mean, it's gotta be good, right? I mean, we've been chasing this damn thing.
It has to be good.
Okay.
Because if it's not, you guys, this is oh boy.
No, it will be. I was gonna say 100. It's definitely not. I have 85% confidence.
Well, I have 100% confidence because, damn it, this is the best captain team that has ever captained a flexible demeanor. That's accurate if you think about it, because we're the only ones who've ever done it. But I think that we're gonna find that pearl. I think we will somehow run into our pile of treasure somewhere out in space, and Captain Hardin's gonna recover, and he's gonna be like, "My boys, you did it! Here's all the treasure."
Should we just do like a quick scan nearby and see if the treasure's in space?
Is that
something
easy?
we can do now?
I mean,
we've been traveling through space, because we're still heading towards the pearl. Actually, that's going to be something we need to deal with very soon, because Lady Kali has informed me that there are some warp storms between us and the location of the pearl that was given to us. So we're going to need to get the bridge crew all up and running and ready to deal with that.
Do we got like a storm guy or gal who's good at bobbing and weaving, getting through them storms? Isn't that what Lady Kalia does, right?
Yeah.
Well,
she's our
Lady
navigator,
Kalia
right?
does the navigation. She tells you which way to go, and then Louisois, who is the helmsman, is the one who who actually steers the ship. Well, actually, steering the ship is done by about 100 different people in all sorts of different ways, but Louisois is the helmsman. Well, Louisois was the helmsman.
Oh, what happened to Louisois?
What, you mean like he was promoted?
It promoted to be next to the Emperor. He sacrificed himself to stop the mutineers that were trying to blow up the Deck 14 armory.
Oh no,
mutineers.
Louisois. Oh, he made a lateral career move to the grave. So sad.
Yes.
You know what that means, Jay?
Hmm?
Means we're gonna have to pilot the ship.
Really? That's what you took away from that? Okay. I mean, yeah, I'm in. I mean, look, we all know I'm a good pilot, and I know I don't talk about it much, and you guys keep quiet because I'm humble and everything, but I think it's now the time for me to step up and steer this
you know
giant thing.
what? The captain's not really supposed to do that. The captain needs to stay above that all and order people around. I say this not because I don't trust your piloting abilities, which you've clearly demonstrated in the past.
Of course.
Good one, Daniel.
But we probably need to get a new helmsman promoted on the ship. We actually are going to need a couple of new people to be in charge of what's going on around here.
Plan B. We hold interviews.
Interviews, huh? Okay.
Like we did way back in the day on another ship.
You're right.
A little bit smaller.
And we did a great job interviewing that crew. And sure, this is a slightly larger crew than that crew. But we made the right call then. I think we can do it again.
We want to do that now. I guess we do have to do that now. We need to find a new helmsman. There's actually a couple of positions that probably need to be filled post-mutiny. Let me go over them here. Let me look at the records. Okay, so Captain Hardin was a very hands-on manager. He was very big at micromanaging everything on the ship.
Well, that makes sense. It is the most favorable way to manage, as everybody does prefer it. really to anything else. So
he was able to do this because he knew the ship inside and out and knew everything about the ship. Unfortunately, I don't know if anyone knows more about the ship than Captain Hardin, who is indisposed at the moment.
So we'll have to learn all her secrets and all her twisting hallways and, guns.
We could work on that, but for now, we probably need a first officer to be in charge of the day-to-day operations of the ship. We'll be able to tell them what to do, obviously, but it's not our job to manage food, the menu in the cafeteria and stuff like that.
Mess hall.
That sounds like a lot of food-related stuff. That's crazy. Yeah, no, we definitely don't.
And
want to do
Hardin
that.
actually did all of that himself.
He did?
He was a very big yes. He wanted to control every single aspect of that, which might explain why he is distracted sometimes. Not to speak ill of the comatose, but
of the recently Swiss cheesed. Well,
he has a lot of passion.
Let's say
that.
That's a good word. So passionate. Our
so we
previous captain
probably
and dad.
need a new first officer.
Okay.
To command the day-to-day operations of the ship. We're going to need a new helmsman ever since Louis Sois passed away, our normal pilot. And we're also going to need a military commander. Now, Andrew, I know that you were in charge of that, and you were doing a great job, an excellent job.
Thank you, Daniel.
Very hands-on job. But the person who was sort of running it underneath you, Matthew Oppengard, he also didn't make it through the mutiny, so we're going to need a new military commander to promote, because you're not even the commander of the military anymore. You're captain, so we'll need a military commander to be underneath you.
This is
so those
crazy.
would be the three positions.
The mutineers, it's like, what's our luck, man? The mutineers accidentally killed some of the highest ranking individuals on the ship. Like, man, what are the odds?
I feel like they were targeting them specifically.
You'd think. Gosh.
Or
crazy
maybe
world.
they actually were mutineers themselves. It's all a little unclear. Louis Sois definitely sacrificed themselves, but everybody else, it was kind of a mess. This Matthew Oppengard might have even been a traitor. I don't know.
Well, the man who worked underneath me, who I clearly knew very well, would never have mutineered.
Yeah, Matthew. You talked about him all the time. I can count.
Yeah, Michael.
Oh. Yeah, huh?
Oh, Matthew. Yes.
Yeah. We're pretty sure he mutinied, right, Daniel?
That seems likely.
Very
yes.
likely. Yeah.
What are you guys talking about?
There's actually a lot of discontent in the military arm of this organization. They
Makes
felt
sense.
that current commanders were
Yeah.
grossly incompetent. At least that's what it says on the morale report.
Fair.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I was pretty great, and I was intimate with all of my commanders.
So we need
Wait,
to.
you were intimate with all of your
Not
commanders?
What?
In
Whoa!
that way.
Come
Get your
on, tell
minds
us
out of the
about
gutter.
it.
That is a definite that's not helping morale, to be clear. That is a violation.
Andrew,
You guys
there is a
take
class
it
that
too
you have
far.
to take. Did you not take the class? I had to take it. It was like 2 hours long. You have to do a test at the end. God, man. Well, definitely as
We took that
captains.
shit very seriously in the 41st millennia.
You guys have taken it too far. I just meant we had, coffee and just shared our war stories and had campfires and stuff. What are you guys talking
Campfires.
Campfires.
That escalated real quickly. It was like coffee, shared stories, campfires. I feel like that's another step. I feel like that's a real intimate step to have a campfire with someone inside a spaceship.
about? I mean, it is a big ship, and there's plenty of places for campfires.
Oh,
Okay,
boy.
let's not get sidetracked because I don't want to talk about this anymore. So I can start setting up interviews with possible candidates to fill up these positions. Is there anyone that you would like to look at first? We have first officer, we have helm, and we have military commander.
Oh, wait a second. We're clearly missing a very important role.
No, not that I'm seeing. I see
Well,
all of the roles. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I mean, we got to replace Andrew because he had a very important role, but I was running 2 very important roles, which means clearly they've got to be backfilled. Chief treasure hunter and master of adventure, 2 key roles.
Daniel, did he think those were real roles this whole time?
I mean, they were kind of real, but he wasn't in charge of anything but himself, really, and us.
Yeah, I mean, he seems to think that he actually had like standing or something. I feel like Captain was definitely just trying to make him feel better.
I mean, we were both on the command. You were both on the command council. You're both important, but yeah, you Andrew were actually in charge of the military and did a bang up job, bang up intimate job.
I mean, this terminology is very leading, Daniel. I think we should, go back to,
You know what, Jay? This is what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
I don't know if there's anyone on the ship who could do what you did.
Huh. Wow, you know what? You're right, Daniel. I'm irreplaceable. Only one. Only one. Chief treasure hunter,
maybe
I
when we
guess.
get back to Fort Wander or something, we can recruit some people off of the ship. We could get an outsider who is just as awesome as you are. But right now, I think, those roles are going to have to sit vacant, or I guess it's going to be something you're going to have to focus more as the captain.
Wow,
I
you're
mean,
right. We shouldn't jump to replacing me so quickly. I mean, it is such a key position. If we get it wrong, it could be disastrous. Good
I
idea,
have an
Daniel.
idea, Jay. I
Mhm.
mean, you're so irreplaceable that you should just maintain that role.
Well, no.
I'll be
I'm-
captain.
I am still captain of this ship with you and kind of Daniel. So I will just maintain the sub role of, J. Captain Jones, Chief Treasure Hunter / Master Adventure. / I'm trying to decide.
I mean, you should mainly focus most of your duties on that though, cause you're so irreplaceable.
Both of you make good points. I'll have to really think about this. All right. Well, let's get to work on these, I guess, auxiliary, somewhat key roles of first officer, helmsman, and military commander.
Yeah, we need replacement members on the bridge crew. I will start putting some folks together for an interview. I will sort of start sending. Excuse me, captains. May I have authorization to do that?
You know what? You absolutely can. Finger guns.
Okay, so-
Finger guns, Daniel. Come on, give me a finger gun back.
I mean, I want to get
Finger
in on
guns.
this. Finger guns.
Yeah. Captains with a couple of finger guns.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll let you guys get settled. Maybe you guys could figure out the chair while I go and try to get this interview set up.
I mean, it's clearly the captain's chair, and your chair as acting treasure hunter as you stand against the wall and look brave or something, right?
What? Stand against the wall and look brave? I like to sit.
Yeah.
Well, hello there. Just your friendly Imperial scribe dropping by to share some encrypted Aeldari Vox chatter. I'll spare you the nonsense about some god of death and his imminent rise to power and skip straight to the juicy stuff. It appears there's quite a bit of information that's been withheld from you. Yes, you, the listener. You see, the truth is, this feed is only part of a much grander whole. If you wish to peek into the vault of adventure and gorge yourself on the dozens of hours of bonus exciting stories, well, look no further than our Patreon. Is that the deep secret you are hoping to find hidden in these restricted Aeldari channels? Sure, why not? But for now, I'll simply return you to the boys, now that you are the wiser. Goodbye.
All right, guys, I'm back. I've got what happened in here?
Hey, Daniel.
Where's the chair?
We don't need
We
it.
don't need
We
chairs.
decided chairs are dumb.
We're above chairs.
Oh,
Chairs are for lazy people.
Oh, Daniel, you keep moving. Stop moving. Oh, there you are, buddy. Yeah, we don't need it. We don't need the chair. We're fine. We decided who needs it.
Are you okay? Do you have? Is there blood on the ceiling? What happened in here?
I mean, Jay said he could make it through the hole to prove the chair is his.
Look, we had a
And
couple
then I said I could do
competitions.
it.
Tic-tac-toe didn't work out. We realized that we don't need it. We just don't.
It was after was it like the 9th or 10th? I can't remember. that we realized that the chair was specifically designed for the frame and weight of Captain Harden.
Yeah. Took us a few attempts. We did fire off a few more shots in here than I probably would have liked. I feel bad for some of that wooden inlay that he's gotten all over the place, but we can buffer some of this out.
Wow, there's like shurikens embedded in the wall there.
Look, tic-tac-toe did not go
Jay.
well. That's all I have to say.
He is a sore loser, let me tell you.
Anyways,
he's just like, it does that XX thing every time, and then like I'm just like, all right, cancel.
I have 6 candidates waiting right outside the door. If you guys...
outside, so they'll come in here.
Yeah, they will come to get. You could go out to them if you'd like. But they were the plan was they would come in here and you would be behind the desk and take notes and be all official to show that you're the captains now.
Power move, or is it to be expected that maybe because it's us we'll go out there and they should come in here?
Yeah, honestly, I feel
It
like
has nothing to do with me.
very
having to lean
lightheaded. I
against
don't
this wall.
really know which one is actually a test and which is the right answer.
Bring in the first candidate.
Let's do it.
No, but which one do you want? Do you want the first officer? Do you want the helmsman? Do you want the military commander?
The first officer?
Yeah, first officer. I mean, sounds like it's a pretty important position. They are the first officer, so yeah, as I bring him in.
All right, and you can ask me any questions you would like. We'll have a little bit of a private conversation. If you have any questions specifically that you want to ask me.
I'm sorry, Daniel. Did you say a private conversation? You don't mean like a private conversation where we're very close to one another and others can't hear our voices. Is that what you meant when you said private conversation, or is there another word?
A huddle. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that's right.
So, Phil, we could huddle up if you need any details about these people, because I've looked at them extensively, going through the records.
Oh wow!
There you go,
you little sneaky servo skull. You. All right. Well, let's bring in our first officer candidate.
All right. Entering into the room is a tall, handsome man. He's got ear piercings all over his ears. He's got a little scar over his nose. He's got a ponytail, and he's got a big old grin on his face. Hey guys, what's up? I'm Logan. Logan August. And I guess I could be the first officer?
I mean, very presumptuous.
Well, this skull guy told me that like I could be the first officer, and I was like, well, yeah, I guess so. And I came over here.
Okay, so he knows Daniel.
Well, not too fast. First, you have to prove yourself.
Oh, yeah, no, I'll do that. That's what that's how I became the quarterback of the scrumball team. That's how I got to be in charge of some of the work shifts. Like I could prove myself. I know what's going on.
Captain of the scrumball team. I mean, he's already off to a good start.
Yeah, it's a tough crew. Those tackles hurt. I wasn't even in the game. I just was walking by. But okay, Andrew. Well, you get the first question. What do you got for him?
First question: which one of the two of us looks more deserving of a chair?
That's very important. Thank you. He got right to the heart of the matter.
He looks completely baffled by that question. I mean, I guess everybody should have a chair. Like everybody likes to sit down.
Ooh, power move. Didn't expect. I was going for very AV explanation. He circumvented very quickly.
I'd like a chair, even. I mean, maybe not your chair. I mean, obviously, like I'm not in charge, but you tell me what to do. Do you want me to get you a chair?
I mean, look at this guy, Andrew. Let's chat here for a second. I mean, he's kind of redirecting the perspective on chairs. I mean, he's acknowledging that there's some level of unity among all while still respecting our position of power. And I mean, he's got a lot of gumption to get us a chair. I mean, there's a lot wrapped up in that one answer. I like this guy.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely like the cut of his jib. I mean, he's like came in with a confident smile, talking about captain of the scrumball team. Yeah. And then he shows us direct humility by then offering to get us a chair and acknowledging our superior position. I mean,
He was sort of the kind of first officer under Captain Hardin already. Now remember, Captain Hardin didn't really leave much for a first officer to do. Captain Hardin kind of did everything, but occasionally he would give Logan stuff to do. He said Logan is very good at following orders. That's the note that I have here in the document.
I mean, seems like it. I mean, he seems maybe.
Oh,
like...
there's also a code word here. I didn't know what it meant. It says himbo. I don't know what himbo means.
Himbo.
But it said that that Logan is a himbo. Must be a planet he's from or something like that.
Fair enough. Well, I don't know, Andrew. What on a range of 1 to scoops? What do we think?
oh man, why did you have to you already set
Listen,
the
it's
bar
the
too
only
high.
interview scale I know. That matters.
Do we have any more questions for him?
Okay, yeah, I guess we only gave him 1. Logan.
Yeah, what's up?
Let's say you're faced with a very difficult decision. You're dealing with a mutiny. And well, you can only do one of 2 things. You can either go down and stop the mutiny, or come up and get me that coffee I asked for. What do you do? What do you prioritize, Logan?
What do you want me to do?
Another power move. Damn.
That's the right answer. And it's always the coffee. All right.
Yeah, mutinies are tough, man. Like, we just had that one. All these guys I trusted, turns out they had been, secretly plotting stuff behind my back the whole time. Like, who does that, man?
Exactly, and that's the kind of gumption we need.
Exactly.
Somebody who would never even ever think that a mutiny could be possible or should be possible. That's you, Logan. I like that attitude. Andrew, what
Well,
else?
I mean, I guess they are possible, because one happened.
Logan,
but-
don't dip that toe in. You dipped that toe in too far, buddy. There's no way we can pull
There's
you
no coming
back.
back.
And sure, we could grab that ponytail, because it's conveniently there to pull you out. But don't make us do it.
Well, I
You
cover
know-
it up when I'm fighting, or when I'm playing.
Wait, you fight?
Smart. Practical.
Oh yeah. Everybody knows how to fight. I'm pretty good with a sword or at a las pistol.
A las pistol and a sword.
You know, Jay, you set an impossible scale of 1 to scoops, and
course.
he was only registering maybe a 2.3. But I think he's up to a 2.5 now.
Whew, that's a high score. Okay.
Should we see the next candidate? I mean,
Before making our
bar is
decision?
already set very high.
It's true. There's 2 candidates per role, Daniel, is that correct?
Yes, though I suppose we could maybe even put one of the military commanders as one of the bridge crew, as the first officer, or maybe one of these first officers could be a military commander. They all have leadership experience. It's just, but I have 2 mainly for the first officer position. Does that make sense?
No, that does. Okay. Well, I think we feel like we've got a pretty good, sense of Logan. Let's maybe bring in the other potential first officer.
Do us a favor and just stand outside. We may need to call you back in for some more questions.
All right. Can I sit? There's some chairs out there. I can stand up though. Do I have to stand up though?
You have permission to sit.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks. You guys, nice meeting you all officially.
Interesting.
It's gonna be hard to follow that one.
Yeah. Let's see who's next.
Before I let her in, I should just let you know, Kylie, who is going to be the next person to see, Kylie Theodora, she wasn't part of the mutiny.
That's an interesting way to tee up her resume, Daniel, so I am curious.
She has been critical of the decisions made by the command staff in the past on this ship, and in fact has a pretty sizable faction of crew who support her and her criticisms of what's going on the ship. She's kind of
So she's got
Interesting.
quite a bit of sway among the people, you'd say.
she does. She has a lot of sway with the people, but she's also, I don't think she's going to be quite as deferential as Logan. Just so you know, just going in.
Well, all that matters is the scoop scale, because it's already been set in stone.
It is a perfect
We can never
scale.
break from it.
Hard to break.
It is.
Okay. Send her in.
A tall, red-headed woman with long red hair. Well, not super long, but like shoulder-length red hair. Comes in, sort of looks around for a chair. It actually just drags a coffee table over and sort of sits on that.
Resourceful.
Go get her. I mean, just saw the problem and fixed it immediately.
What's your name?
My name's Kylie.
Kylie. All right,
Yeah.
Kylie. So
I'm in charge of the... Oh, go ahead, your worshipfulnesses.
I sense something. Was it overwhelming respect? I can't be quite sure what it was. There was something in the way she said it. Now it's gone.
It's a degree of reverence, I think.
Probably. Okay. Kylie, what were you going to say? That's my opening question.
I was going to introduce myself. My name is Kylie Theodora. I am, in particular, in charge of some of the engineering work crews. I have some command experience, and I did fight pretty hard in the mutiny, as you are aware. I'm sure you're aware of the mutiny, because that's the only reason that you guys are captains now, because of the problems on this ship. But from what I understand, you're looking for a new first officer to help run what's going on the ship, and I don't think you could get a better candidate than me. I think let's not lie, there's a lot of problems on this ship, and I think I know how to fix some of them.
Interesting take. Oh my gosh, Andrew, I just had the best question pop into my head. I've just thought of it. Kylie, what would you say is your biggest weakness?
My biggest weakness is that I don't always get along with everyone. Some people say I don't suffer fools.
I guess that is a weakness.
Yes, I will admit I'm sometimes a little short with people that I find who are making very stupid or downright evil decisions. I don't, some might call that a problem, some might call that a benefit, but if I see that something's going wrong, I will try to correct it. But that sometimes means I step on people's toes.
A real company officer. You fall right in line. I see what you're saying.
Oh, I just thought of a great question.
What?
Kylie.
Yeah?
Why do you want this position?
'Cause this ship needs some changes. There are people who are literally starving on this ship because of the food rations that are being awarded. There are people that are being worked overly long hours, while other people are barely working at all. I want to create a more equitable ship. And by doing so, we will not only make a more equitable ship, which is a worthy goal in itself, we will also be a more efficient ship because everyone will be working together and there will be less resentment for the people that are doing what they're doing. Because let me tell you, there's that mutiny that happened. It wasn't just because Magnifico is a mind control guy. Like I talked to him a little bit and he had some okay ideas about sort of restructuring the ship, but then I realized that his plan was to murder everyone on the ship and become an evil god, and then that was a no-go. So I sort of backed off of working with him. But you should know I don't want to say he had good points, but he struck a chord with some of the lower decks folks.
Well, I mean, that seems crazy. I mean, what could we, the current captain's previous executive council, have been missing? Could you illuminate us? I'm surprised.
Well, I'll tell you the truth. There's a lot of people on this ship who find our current mission to be foolish and suicidal. And they know that you two were the main people behind this mission, with Captain Hardin's approval, of course, which means that there are actually a lot of people on this ship who do not trust the both of you.
But do they know? But do they know about the big pearl? That there's a really cool pearl at the end of all of this. Is Is what
The
what
most
we're
that
hoping.
people know about you are the time displaced people from the alternate flexible demeanor
Mhm.
who know that the both of you went crazy and evil and started murdering it.
Yeah, that wasn't a good look. Okay,
And
okay.
that message has gone out of the terrible things versions of you have done
Well,
in another
oh,
timeline.
Well, okay. Now I can understand why you may have perceived these alternate versions, these misconceptions of us as being horrible, murderous monsters from an alternate dimension that may resemble our personage. But in truth, you also were aligning with a person that was trying to become an evil, mind controlling god. So one
I
can
will have
say,
you know that I have scars from fighting in the mutiny. I will have you know I killed 7 men.
uh huh.
So I
But
don't really appreciate you saying that I was aligning with Magnifico, a man who wanted me dead.
well, first of all,
I'm just going to tell you, no, I'm going to tell you that I am the best possible candidate for this job because I'm intelligent, I'm experienced, and I'm skilled. I've not always gotten the positions that I would be best to serve for because I rub people the wrong way. But I will have you know that even if you don't hire me for this position, you will hear from me again. And I think the best way for us to run a great ship is to hire the best candidate, me, who will help make some changes on the ship that will make everything better for everyone.
Kylie. First of all, some of your changes may be beneficial, but it sounds more like you only are willing to listen to your own ideas because you can't acknowledge the fact that you saw something positive in somebody who ended up doing something horrible on the ship. So don't you think that there might be some good ideas that we have that you may not just have the full picture? We want to bring you on board with that.
I'm willing to see the whole picture. I'm not going to dismiss your ideas out of hand, but I would like to see your good ideas before we do anything else.
All right, Kylie. There's a mutiny going on.
Okay.
Would you address the mutiny, or would you bring me my coffee?
I would address the mutiny. I would figure out what the problem is that the crew has and try to resolve it peacefully and create a way to better implement the system that they're complaining about. And if the mutiny is due to some sort of chaos nonsense, I would shoot or stab whatever I need to do.
It's interesting.
I mean, she
She
started off
somehow
by-
saw through my riddle, Andrew, because you see, the coffee maker was the one who mutinied the ship. Damn, didn't think she'd figure it out. Figured everybody would
she
always
was
go for the
deep.
coffee.
She was deep in the mystery, Jay. I mean, she led with trying to just do board-wide improvements without addressing the issue, but then immediately took action with sword and gun against the mutineer, which was the coffee maker.
I mean, the question is like an elaborate puzzle. How does one deconstruct it so completely?
I mean, she saw right through you. It was like you were transparent. You were a piece of glass.
My goodness. All right, everyone, quickly, huddle up. What do we think?
Okay.
We've got Kylie. We've got...
I think she's got, she seems to be... Look, Logan seemed like a nice guy, but he seemed like kind of an idiot. But then again, Kylie seems like she's might be disagreeing with us more, which could be a problem. I don't know.
I'm gonna step possibly on a landmine here, Jay, but I think we need Kylie.
Why do you think that?
Just look at the state of this room.
Yeah. We,
And this was just over a chair.
Yeah. We...
So you want somebody to tell you to stop fucking around with chairs?
Well...
I want somebody that's willing to challenge the notions that either of us might be right.
Yeah, Daniel, it's... I don't know if you know this, but, it's just felt like we haven't had any kind of, like, third voice of reason around us for years. And I think maybe having one extra third voice of reason, you know, could maybe zero us in on something productive.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. You haven't had a third voice of reason trying to keep you in check all this time. No, completely. That makes sense. Last, I will say for Logan, a lot of people like Logan. He's got a winning personality. People like to work with him. So we shouldn't necessarily dismiss him out of hand, but if Kylie's your choice, I think that's definitely. I mean, both
Ooh.
of them were good candidates. I picked both of them for a reason.
Whoa, I got an idea. We can get the best of both worlds with this. We put Kylie into the first officer position, and we make Logan second officer underneath Kylie.
Ooh, that's right. That we can do that. We are captains. Yeah.
I didn't know there was a second. Well, I suppose there can be a second officer if there's a first officer.
Absolutely. We can make him wear shirts too. She wears a shirt that says 1 on it, and he has a shirt that says 2. Oh man, it's gonna be great. Oh, we're good captains. All right, let's do this.
You know, I gotta say, I gotta point this out. Like, she was definitely rocking like a 1.6 on that scoop scale, but then she quickly shot up to a 5, maybe even a 6J, when she just peered right through your mystery.
Yeah, I mean, how did she know the coffee maker was part of the mutiny? Damn it.
So should we tell her, or do you want me to do that do you want to tell these people personally that they have the job, or do you want me to handle that?
No. I think she deserves to hear it straight from the captain's mouth. Andrew, you got this, right?
Yeah, sure. Call them both back in, Daniel. We're gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I've heard that before. I do not understand.
Kylie, by the way, still here, sort of just on a
Because we
tablet
were
that
huddled
she has.
up.
Yeah. I'll go get Logan.
Yeah, get Logan back in here as well.
Logan comes in. Oh, hey, Kylie, what's up? Hi, Logan. That's good to see you.
Okay. Now, this was a very difficult decision. Both of you were extremely strong candidates. Kylie, we have no idea how you pierced that veil, but well done.
There were veils? There was no veils when I was in here.
Logan, I like your initiative, but unfortunately you illustrated what needs to happen. It was with a heavy heart. Kylie, congratulations. You are the new first officer of the Flexible Demeanor.
You're not going to regret this. You're not, well, hopefully you're not going to regret this.
But there is a stipulation. We believe that Logan may, in fact, have some real potential. And so we're making him a new position of second officer underneath of you.
Oh, all right. Sure. Does the second officer have any defined duties as of yet?
Think of him more as someone that you have to groom, so that you can decide where his strengths lie and what to promote in his personality so that he can be the best officer he can be. Because we believe that you have the strength to do that.
Think of it this way, Kylie. Logan is going to be like your mirror, your clay. The leadership that you empower him with will be what we look when we look at you and see your leadership. Because he will be what you believe your successor might be. All of that made sense. That's what I wanted to say. I'm sitting back down over here on the floor.
I just want to be clear. Are you saying I'm training my replacement?
No. Just we want to see what you can do with the leadership stuff.
Okay,
Come on.
Okay, that's fine. I understand. All right, come on, Logan. I'm in charge now. I got some books you should read.
All right, I think that went really well. I think good choices.
I didn't think we'd ever see someone even remotely approach a 6 on the scoop scale.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone got too close, I don't know if I could take it, Andrew. It's a bit too much.
Scoops is like somewhere in like a level 50 range, but I mean, like a 6 is, whoa. Holy cow.
The scoop scale goes to 50. Of course it does. Why wouldn't it?
Should we mention who Scoops was? Because there might be people who don't know Scoops.
It's too painful. Well, Daniel, you remember Scoops was the best damn officer anyone ever had the privilege of working alongside. He was our chef.
He was the greatest loss to the galaxy.
Aboard that boat on that planet when we, when I still had a human body, and Andrew still had slightly more human parts than robot parts.
We fight giant scorpion, weird monster things.
Yeah. What was the name of that planet? I've forgotten it.
I forgot it too.
Tonight. All I remember is at the end there was a lot of blood rain. It got real metal up in there. But either way, Scoops was murdered by an evil psychic scorpion monster that was like 6 feet tall. Not a fan. Not a fan of those things.
But he was a great man.
He was.
I need a moment.
We'll remember Scoops. And we will interview in his honor. And launch these barrage of difficult questions. Like Scoops would have wanted.
You guys, I liked Scoops just fine, I guess, but you knew him for like a week and all he did was cook food. I don't understand what was so great about it.
Daniel!
How dare you?
Can you say that? It was Scoops. I see him every night. I close my eyes. That scorpion son of a bitch stole him from us.
I'm gonna shut you down. You need to think about what you just said.
You're right. You're right. Bye, Daniel.
Thanks for listening to this grimdark tale. It seems commanding this ship together may not be as easy as they thought. And what of these new candidates? Can they fill the shoes of their predecessors? But more importantly, can they be trusted? Tune in next time to... Wait a second. You can listen to our next episode right now? On Patreon? Why, yes. You see, on Patreon, our backers are always one entire episode into the future. There you can also enjoy bonus episodes and get access to our Discord, where you can chat with the boys along with tons of other wonderful listeners every day. Definitely check it out. Special thanks to Daniel Fernandez for inserting his soul into a servo skull and helping these two as Game Master. If you enjoyed this episode, why not leave a rating and review on your favorite podcast app? We'd really appreciate it. Our theme song was composed by Kyle Fryer. You can check out his music on SoundCloud. Until next time, goodbye.